Presenting a review of Big Finish Audio, Lady Christina, Series 2, Episode 1, The Wreck.
More Sam, yay. Although I
Hmm.
do love Bunny. She is a very multifaceted character. And
Yes.
she has a very fun name, Bunny Warren. Just rolls off the tongue.
You have to kind of admit, she's probably the only bunny you like.
Yeah, she is.
See, I knew it.
Me liking bunnies is very rare, so...
And Dex
and...
says she was a gem.
Oh, but she...
No.
And fun fact, she is voiced by the daughter of the actress who plays Jackie Tyler. She is played by Rose Cordy, who is the actual daughter of Rose's mom in the series. So Rose Tyler's mom actually has a daughter named Rose in real life. So that's a fun fact.
Now, I kind of have to say, both Christina and her father being dumbasses, like with her father, no, don't call them, and with Christina actually listening to her father and not calling
she
them.
was calling them. She was calling them even though he said not to. She couldn't get a hold of them.
Oh, I thought she only tried that one time and she couldn't get a hold of them, but she was calling them the entire time.
Yeah, she had been trying, but you know what it's like when you call in and they put you on hold for like 3 hours with that nasty elevator music and
Yeah.
Although I do love that line Bunny used, and when I first heard it, I had just punched out of work and I found it had dropped, and I'm like, yes, it came out today, because no, I wasn't looking for it every day since July 1st, waiting for it to drop. Yes, it was. So every day I was on the Big Finish app. Did it drop yet? Is Chrissy here? Is Chrissy here? Is Chrissy here? And when it finally did drop, I'm like, yes, I was listening to it the second I got off work. And I was laughing so much on the ride home that day. And while I was shopping. But that line Bunny uses when it's like friends not home. No, like I can't get a hold of them. But this I should be able to, because this thing works anywhere in the solar system. Oh, you see, that makes sense. The sun's almost down.
I would have said, well, you see, I'm technically not in the solar system right now.
No, but the sass on her. I mean, the first time I heard it, I thought she was just such an airhead. Like, oh, that's because the sun's almost down. But like, I have actually that stupid. So, like, oh, that's so stupid. And then after hearing it a couple more times, and listening to the behind the scenes, I'm like, oh, that was sarcasm. Of course, I will fully admit that the song Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary, I did not register as being a sarcastic reply of with silver bells and cockle shells, and so my garden grows until I was in my 30s. So,
Admittedly, 80% of the time I can't tell if something's sarcasm or not, and like 99% of the time if it's in written form.
yeah. But well, you know the the poem "Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells, and so my garden grows." It's one of
Okay,
the Mother Goose nursery rhymes.
yeah, that's the
It
first time I've
it
heard the full thing.
it took me so long to realize that silver bells and cockle shells thing is her just being a dick. Like, oh, silver bells and cockle shells, bitch. As in saying none of your business. And it took me a very, very long time to realize that was sarcasm. I was in
Fair,
I was in my 30s when I'm like, oh, that was because she's quite contrary. She's contrary, like argumentative, as in a sarcastic bitch.
Oh, I love a person like that.
I know,
Hey,
that's me.
any notes to add, oh spirit that haunts us? Oh, there we
Her
go.
dad was greedy and stubborn, but he may have been forced to have some pearls at the end. Pearls of wisdom. Joke. Well, I mean, he he did think she was quite the jewel, and he valued her even more.
I mean, I technically think, and I may be wrong, that when she sent back home or whatever, that the effects reversed on her dad. I mean, Bunny was already too late; she died.
Um, I am not going to divulge anything there.
Or let me just, don't divulge anything, or I'm gonna guess that didn't reverse, but at least stopped the process.
I will keep quiet on that part.
We shall find out. So
Yeah,
stay
you will see.
tuned in a few weeks.
Yeah. Um, although I did like a few little like lines they put in there, like when she was being all friendly with Bunny, and it's like, you've already put up with more with my dad than I ever could. Oh, he is quite a handful. And
And that's enough.
stop there. Because that was just yeah. And stop there.
Unit is currently unavailable. If you're currently experiencing a hostile alien invasion, please leave your name, location, and the general description of the aliens currently attacking you at the sound of the beep.
Although that is a interesting parallel, considering this was at least recorded after the unit the temporary suspension of English, the British branch of unit being disbanded in that one New Year's episode.
Oh yeah, that
So
was such
maybe
a
they
great
do have a
episode.
bit of backlog because the they're taking up the slack from the British section. And I mean, Sam is international liaison, so he travels around the world anyways. Although I did kind of squee when he came up and towards the end, and she got so excited. Yay, it's Samuel. I'm glad they sent you. I'm like, I'm sure you were.
Like, well, I've experience with you.
Uh-huh. experience. You totally know he's like, I'll do it.
No. You're like, oh, fine, but in a sense, like, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
It's like,
I'm so sad I have to go. Goddamn yes.
he's like, honey, I'm home. Did you miss me?
I just love it. It's like in pretty much every show, audio play, whatever. It's like, oh, see this artifact that's obviously from a different planet, maybe many galaxies away. Let's touch it.
Right? Although no, not in this case. This case that's not what happened. It was more, hey, get a picture with it because it's so shiny. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever touched coral. Coral is very rough and scratchy.
It is.
And so it just scratched her. And it was that scratch that allowed the microbes to get into her and change her. Because she was all scratched up, those abrasions are the focal point of it. And him, I'm guessing it was when he was trying to chisel a piece off, and his hand slipped.
Yeah. Touch the person made out of gems. Like, I wonder why they're made out of gems in the first place.
Yeah. Well, no, because they were
Well, I mean,
already
skeletonized.
supposedly brown, and it was more the coral grew around them. At least that was their assumption, that the coral grew around them because it had grown around the ship itself and everything. So they assumed that the people were just, coral likes to grow on things. It's like algae
Very needy.
or mold. It likes to cling to whatever surface and grow from there. Barnacles, stuff like that.
Language.
Okay.
I'm kidding. So that
Uh,
barnacles
okay.
is a bad word.
And what planet? Then you really don't
Sailor
want to
speak.
listen, huh?
Sailor speak.
Then you really don't want to listen to Barnacle Bob the Sailor. No, Barnacle Bill the Sailor. That one is a very dirty song.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Oh, it really is. Look it up after the call. Anyways,
Brings whole new meaning to the word blood diamond.
yeah, it does. And I think I actually made that joke the first time I heard the episode. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the good news is, if they did give her a burial at sea, she would sink like a rock.
Yeah. Um, you know, I was thinking with her, my first thought was Emma Frost from X-Men. I'm like, she likes to wear bikinis and she's turning into a diamond. Yep, she's Emma Frost. I don't know a lot about Emma Frost because I don't remember her in the cartoons when I was a kid. And really, the only knowledge of X-Men I have is the Famke Janssen movies with, you know, up until Wolverine Origins, any movies up till then, because I grew increasingly depressed with how they did my Deadpool dirty, and I'm like, I'm not watching X-Men anymore.
Yeah.
That sewing their mouth thing, I'm just like, what the what the hell? That movie sucked.
I have to say though, I kind of disagree with him about the whole yeah, nuclear waste that usually keeps people away. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, there's like urban explorers that explore that place, and you probably have like some conspiracy theorists that want to sneak in there. It's like, let's see what the government's really hiding from us.
Yeah, but they do. I'm sure they have other
Oh
things
yeah, like a
placed there.
disintegration ray. I mean, truthfully though, it just like take like one gem or whatever to infect somebody, and then they go to a place with a lot of mosquitoes and it affects everybody else because they take the blood from one person.
I don't know if that's how it works. Although considering it is a morphic entity that is oh, I forget what it's called because I didn't listen to the episode that recently. I only listened to it like 2 days ago. No, yesterday, but I was half asleep because it's added to my unit roster.
Yeah.
I listen to while I sleep because I need background audios to listen to while I'm asleep. Although during the Christmas season, that does change to music because I need something to cleanse my brain of the horrendous Christmas music.
Oh yeah.
So instead of listening to audios while I sleep, it goes to a playlist of pretty much the randomest crap. I actually had it go from Linkin Park to My Little Pony to Voltaire to to like show tunes. So
Like, we're
because
not really quite sure what life is on this planet, so we'll make diamond people.
well they came across they must have come across the some gems or something from on the ship because it was a slaver ship, so it was probably currency or something they brought, you know, gems or jewels. And they came across that, and they came across the people, and they weren't sure which was real, which was, you know, which one was alive and which one wasn't. So they kind of like that the empty child episode.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, hey, you know what this episode reminds me of? Are you my mommy?
Yeah, it's kind of like that where the nanobots couldn't differentiate what was genetically human boy and what was, you know, human child, and which was genetic, you know, which one was just his clothes and his face mask and stuff because he was so mangled after a freaking bomb hit him.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
alien
so,
technology, super smart, but unless it comes to humans.
well, I mean, it's alien, and
I know.
oh, and I saw a meme that does make a lot of sense. If you plan on going to an alien planet and you get hurt, make sure you go to a veterinary, not a doctor, because a doctor is only only skilled in the local physiology. So whatever the sentient alien is, whereas a veterinarian is, you know, well versed in more diverse physiology.
And now
So
I'm
they're
just
like
imagining.
able to help you.
I'm just imagining a planet and the aliens like have humans as pets. So Ellie just takes one to the vet.
And the people are cat-like people.
Pretty much. Ellie takes the human to the vet. It's like, you hear it's like, yeah, we gotta put him down. It's like, wait, what?
You are very, very naughty. Aww.
You know, that's just disturbing all of a sudden. For the sake of my imagination, I'm gonna imagine the humans still have clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
Although, I mean, if they didn't, there would be some sort of evolutionary thing.
is it wrong to be terrified of something that doesn't move? Sam, well,
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, nobody has actually seen a weeping angel move. Just after it moved.
This is true. And that is the best way to troll your friends. Have your your wallpaper be the weeping angel and have it set to change randomly so that they're working and then they minimize and suddenly the weeping angel's a little closer and they're like, huh, that's weird, and have it set to change every like 5-10 minutes or something, so when they minimize it again the weeping angel's even closer and closer until it's right there against the screen. Or am I just a dick?
I could see that going even better when they like invent like really good 3D holographic devices that just like display 3D image
my
of the
gosh,
real world.
yes.
It's like, what the fuck?
Or you get a weeping angel mask and put it like on the screen. I'm not a troll. You're a troll. We're both trolls.
Oh okay, now I want to do something right now.
But
have you ever been in downtown or whatever and you like see those either robot or statue guys that don't like move, they stay like completely still?
We don't have those.
Oh, well, they have them here sometimes.
I know what you're talking about. We just don't have them. I've never seen them in Chicago.
I want to do that with a weeping angel. And when nobody's looking, just like move. And like slowly follow somebody when they're not looking. Every time they're trying to just stop like 3 feet behind them. Start following them again.
No, what I want to do is find a way to design a weeping angel mask that actually does shift and like open its face like the weeping angels do in the show, so that you have it in the weeping angel thing and then all of a sudden the face like turns into a snarl. I will be right back.
Okay. And while I read some notes that Dex writes, if any. Christina's father sent her away to camps and other things to keep her out of his way, under the guise of giving her learning experiences. He seems more and more interested in the things in front of him than the people around him. If he weren't her father, I suspect he'd be dead by the end of the episode, choked on his own ambition. Yeah. Or she was just a really bratty child and just want to get rid of her until she grew up and matured. I mean, I would have had the money. Unless he stole her. I'm kidding. Or am I? Yeah, I am. I'm fine, I am. Ooh, I actually could sunken ship hunting. So I think there's technically a law. I don't want to say it's maritime law. I think that's something else. But whatever you find in the ocean is yours to keep, unless it's like a few feet away from or a couple of yards away from private property. Then that's different. I may be wrong though. Ah, true. Guess you have to go deeper out in the ocean. It makes me wonder if somebody spent probably millions, I don't want to say billions of dollars, it seems a bit much, to spend millions of dollars to go down and like bring up the Titanic, who would own it? The person who brought it up or the government or whoever? And welcome back.
Okay, what about the Titanic?
Well, I was thinking if somebody spent like the millions of dollars, right, it would probably take to go down there, hook a bunch of stuff up to it, and like bring it up. Who would own it? The person who brought it up from the ocean, or like the government or some other party?
I think they do have salvage things like that. Like,
Uh,
and I mean, they actually did talk about that in the episode about the legal way to bring up a salvage claim and stuff. Like in the episode, they did discuss like the lengths you have to go to do a salvage claim.
oh, much paperwork.
Yeah. Which is why he's like, well, we could go down and just see what they have, before. And it's like, Daddy, it's alien. Okay, we don't have to get that stuff.
In this case, she seems to be wanting to do everything by the book, while her father seems to want to shave every corner.
Well,
And a
now
few gems.
I know where he gets it from.
Oh, yes. Oh, that reminds me. They did get the ring back before Bunny fell to pieces, right?
I don't know. That's right. I don't know if she took it off or if they if she didn't take it off, it probably just like he just scooped it up with the rest of her and it's in those bags that he took with him.
One could say that she had fallen for him. She was all broken up about it. These are just bad. Not bad because they're bad jokes, but just bad because it's a fictional character's life.
Yeah.
Still fun though.
And reading what Dex has yeah, that's true. He does sound like one of those corporate douchebags. you know, I'm rich, so I could steal from whoever I want.
Using charity money to get a private yacht. Not surprising these days. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Super churches that spend billions of dollars on their own personal jet.
I know, right?
What? Sorry, I had something in my throat. Some even buy 2 jets. It's like, so why do you need these? Because God said so.
Yeah, yeah. But between I honestly don't know which is worse. Big church or Scientology at this point. They both are like cash grabs.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Praise Jesus and give me your money.
Here's the thing. With super churches like that, I can kind of feel sorry for the people that get duped and stuff because it's usually like older people and stuff like that. I can sort of feel sorry for anybody that falls for Scientology deserves to get scammed.
Okay, that is fair.
Especially celebrities. What is it with celebrities and Scientology?
I don't know. Oh, because they're rich and therefore Scientology directly aims itself at them in order to steal their money.
Ah.
It's like what is it about Florida and old people?
And alligators. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the alligators are there to eat the old people.
Oh,
It's the old
shit.
people. It's you've heard of the elephant graveyard, right?
Oh,
Florida is
yeah.
the old people graveyard. We're
Oh,
helping
crap.
people die.
Okay, I swear to God, but for like many years now, I thought it was the other way around.
What?
That the alligators were there for the old people to eat and make handbags out of.
No. That's what happens in Louisiana and stuff.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay.
Louisiana, the bayou. Now that's where they eat the gators.
Ah,
Florida, the old people feed them, and then they move down all fattened down the Gulf of Mexico to Louisiana, and then they get fried up in gumbo.
I should have. I should have remembered this because I used to live in Louisiana.
Didn't you get a recipe for crocodile gumbo? Alligator gumbo?
No, but true story, and this is actually a true story. So we lived like in this apartment complex in Louisiana, and somebody thought it'd be the greatest idea to build it near a swamp. Yeah, it's a ingenious idea. So some apartment buildings, it was one of those big buildings that was like, multiple floors, apartments inside. Every once in a while, we would have alligators come inside. Everybody would go up to like the second floor, and some people just like throw raw chickens at them.
No wonder they'd come inside. Free food.
Actually, that was only the second reason they came inside. The main reason they came inside is because we also had another visitor. We had like dozens of leopard geckos that would just like stick themselves to the doors and walls, and the alligators would just like come in and like slurp them off the doors.
Well, I mean, they cleaned your doors for you.
Pretty much. They were cute gators, though. They were friendly for the most part, as long as you left them alone. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, gators are not as vicious and terrifying as people put out. I mean, they're still terrifying. Don't get me wrong. And do not go up to one and try to pet it.
A couple
But
did go missing. But, yeah.
But I mean, that's just crowd control.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, crocodile, gators and stuff, they're not as bad and evil, just like sharks. I hate it when people will make sharks out to be the bad guy in everything. It's like, dude, sharks are not bad. They're not gonna eat you willy-nilly. That's like saying a storm is evil or a anything like that. Evil means having malicious intent. I'm evil.
I'm an ass. I'm an evil ass. And
Yeah.
I just I want to do. So, you know, I can like grow crystals, some things, right?
Yeah.
When I die, like actually dead, I want all my skin to be taken off and like crystals growing on my skeleton.
That would be pretty cool.
And like put up in a museum or something.
Sell you the unit.
I can work with that. It's like, for once in my life, I am finally beautiful. Oh god, this color's ugly.
For once in your life, you're finally worth something.
Yeah, about $1.50.
Yeah.
Still worth something though.
I mean, I actually do have one of those crystal growing kits. I got it for my nephew, and he tried one of them, but he got bored with it. I mean, it's technically ages 12 and up, but he likes to overextend himself. And
Okay.
he likes doing it. He just tends to get bored with things if he's not actively making a mess with it.
So a thought just occurred to my mind about this episode. I'm kind of surprised they didn't run into any diamond fish.
Well, they may have done, or, the coral has fish living inside it. So maybe they just didn't see it because fish, or they just didn't mention it because they thought it was just a trick of the light or whatever.
And I may be wrong because I'm not a marine biologist in any way, but I think there might actually be some coral that does glow.
I know there are algae that glow.
Yeah, that I do know.
Those are
They're
awesome.
pretty.
They are.
Very pretty.
You see your footprints glowing behind you.
No. Just slowly walking in the sand. Each footstep you take, you see a beautiful glow, and then you stop walking, and then you see a set of footprints, but with nobody slowly walking towards you, like, nope, I'm out of here.
That's a Verkalac.
Okay, now I really want to visit a beach that has glowing algae like that.
Me too.
That just sounds really pretty.
But I mean, that would involve traveling, and in this day and age, probably best not to.
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I die.
Huh?
What's the worst that could happen? I die.
Okay, yeah, that's not. I don't see the downside with that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I am. Yeah, 80% kidding.
Yeah. But honestly, fun fact.
Ooh.
Speaking of animals that are gems, I got this cool gold bracelet that's shaped like a snake.
Aww.
And I got a ring that's just like it, shaped like a snake with cubic zirconias or along it for the scales. And we got at work an awesome gemstone snake necklace where the necklace itself looks like a snake wrapping around your neck. But it's $40, so I'm like, maybe during double discount when I get 40% off.
I got like 2 more terrible diamond jokes. Every kiss begins. Oh shit.
Well, where do you think they get their diamonds from?
And remember, diamonds are forever, and so will she be. Now, did her flesh also turn into gems?
Yeah, I think so. Or her flesh just sloughed off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was putting a very
The way it sounded like the gems were under her skin. Although part of it was crusting. I thought. Like it was rough. Like I wasn't sure whether the diamonds were growing underneath it as a second layer and the top layer was just like sloughing off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna imagine just slop, like slop.
Yeah. Just like picking at it and it's like a scab just ripping off, but it's her entire skin.
And Christina, I'm sorry. I know he's your dad. He seems like a nice guy.
No, he doesn't.
I don't trust anything he gives you to drink.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a nice guy. He's an ass.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't trust him to give you anything.
It's like, hey, daughter, I know we're going I know you want to keep your eye on me so I don't do anything stupid tomorrow when we go back down. Hey, you want something to drink?
Here, drink this. Yeah, that wasn't her brightest moment. Unless he slipped it in something that she was already drinking.
Okay, that I can see better.
So, like the clubbers do to slip drugs to their victims to accost them.
Before we continue any more tangents, anything else you want to note?
I still totally ship Chrissy and Samuel. And
Nope, from the decks.
Episodes they are in together, the harder the ship becomes. Like the more shippy it becomes. And just wait until you get to the 3rd episode of this series.
I'm kind of sad to no longer hear from Bunny, but she went the way of the dodo.
Like, she was fun.
Yeah.
She was, and even Christina liked her.
I know.
Which is weird considering she was one of her dad's many girlfriends.
Oh, and just like to note,
they're getting infinitely younger and infinitely blonder, just like the Doctor.
Just like to note, this is the first episode I listened to where her bus wasn't mentioned.
You're right. The bus was not mentioned at all. Like, obviously it's parked somewhere, probably underwater.
I kind of thought they were going to use it as a submarine.
I'm sorry, but now I'm picturing Chrissy as Miss Frizzle.
You know you're going to have to draw that at some point.
Yes, I know. It's not going to be that difficult because, I mean, Magic School Bus is already a cartoon, so I just have to alter the color and the line strokes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
then-
it for this episode.
And put her in a cat suit instead of a dress.
Subscribe to Country Monkey Studios, and we'll bring you more stuff when we're not
Yes.
busy.